Hey guys, it's Theoretical Spy here, and this is the Q&A video that I was gonna make for the 200 sub special, which I'm very grateful for you guys doing. Looking at it now, it's like I didn't think I would get that far, and it just surprises me, like, who are these people who watch my videos? It just boggles my mind. Like, mostly I would assume spy mains, but no, like, other people watch my videos, and it just boggles my mind. Anyway, the Q&A have some questions from the recent video that I made, and so the first question that was on was, what is your favorite position when having to deal with Pyros? Personally, it would be, if it's terms of if I'm actually fighting the Pyro, I'd like to stay at medium distance to use my gun, because sometimes there are classes that are sometimes obnoxious to fight against, like, for example, soldiers. Sometimes you'd have to just go into a little range that you're comfortable with and shoot them with your gun. It doesn't really matter how many you miss, you can still get them. But in terms of trick stabbing, um, I usually like to go for a jump stab. Because if the jump stab does work, I get the stab. If it doesn't work and he air blasts, then I'm able to get away freely. Like, I can either strafe away or maybe get a air blast stab, which doesn't happen that often. Second question is, do you play Highlander? Now, I got into recently a steel team that I recently just saved, kind of in a way. I'm gonna explain that later, someday maybe, I don't know. But yes, I play in a Highlander. The team's name is Panda Train with periods near them. Next question: what pub servers do you play on? I play on a lot of community servers. I'm not very a big fan of casual. I play on TN servers, Hyperion. I sometimes mostly play on Numa, I believe it's called. I'd have to look back, but Numa's very fun to play on. I sometimes play on Skyle and Minion Nation. Those are the main servers I mostly play on. Um, Why do I main spy? That's another question that was asked a lot. Well, I main spy because a lot of people back then were doing it too, but it was also because of how fun the class is, of how you get to deceive people, whether it's with your knife or your cloak, like I do here. This pub was a madness. It was fun. Is there any way you can improve your graphic quality in the clips, or are you doomed because Mac? That's generally why I'm upset all the time when you share these with me, lol. Other than that, the frags are good, eh, besides being pub frags. I just, uh, I just fixed this up together. I think I could have changed this, like, really, like, this could have been changed, but I'm very lazy in doing so. Just a casual, boring question. How did you find TF2? What were your first opinions about it? What were your favorite class at the beginning? What made you play Spy? How many hours at Spy are you at the moment? And what trick stab makes you feel pretty cool when you pull it off? So how did I find TF2? I found TF2 through when I was in middle school playing Portal and stuff. And that was the number 1 game I used to play a lot of. I found it through a friend of mine recommended it to me, Ricardo. Ricardo, I think his name is. I I'd have to remember, but anyway, it was I. My first opinion about it was just a very interesting game. It had like a lot of interesting attributes to it. It just made me kind of curious of how the game worked and stuff, and made me play more. What was my favorite class at the beginning? Believe it or not, it was engineer. And it was actually sad back then because I used to play with very low FPS, so it wasn't something. It was. I just would turtle and stuff, and I played most of my experience from MVM to regular TF2 as a turtle nest engineer. What made you play Spy? I already answered that, I think, a little bit, but I also play for the enjoyment of getting called things, I guess. Like, it's joy to your ears to seeing someone getting tricked by you or anything like that.
Oh, query, Valve. You want to check the replay on that one?
It's kind of nice. How many hours on Spy do I have? I, at the moment, have 200, 200, what? 2,153. And the other question is, what trick stab makes you feel pretty cool when you pull it off? Whenever I pull off an air blast stab, that's pretty cool, I think. But normal, like in terms of air stab, it's like an air blast stab. Those are really nice. But I think my favorite stabs, probably like the ones I go that was really good, are kunai stabs, low health kunai stabs, because those are usually the most like you're about to die kind of stabs, but you're calm before you do it. How can you improve? Well, next question. How can you improve? I don't know how I can like tell you how you can improve. Like how else can I improve? It's something that anyone can do. No matter how good you are, you can improve better and better and better and better. Next question. Try to avoid playing Spies with a lot of lag. Can you remind me of a video someone said that? I think it was Banny or someone relatively okay at the game. I don't know if this is an insult or if this is an actual legit question, but recently CRD said that. I think, yeah, Banny has said that before. I don't know who else has said that. But yes, people. Yeah. Another thing to say is I no longer have any lag in this game. It's gone because of a scenario that happened, which in my old internet, was dead for the past 2 weeks for winter break. So it was kind of recent, actually. No, No, it was before winter break. Thanksgiving break or something like that. It was in November. We had a break. The internet was down for most of that 2 weeks, and basically no one was doing anything. Like parents weren't actually giving a shit until the internet actually turned off for good for 2 weeks. And so then we got new internet, and that's the story of how Theo never lags anymore. Occasionally. I think I still lag a couple times. Holy shit, nice frags. Why do you think Spy is your most enjoyable class in TF2, since you main Spy it, and it feels obvious that you enjoy it the most? And maybe tell us your best / some of your best memories in TF2? PS subscribed, obviously. Well, thank you. Again, like, it's just fun going around the map kind of stabbing people, or tricking them. It has a nice feel to it. My best memory? I think it would also have to be when I first stabbed Satan. That shit took too long. I was like, it took so long to actually stab him due to all the lag and all the FPS drops I kept getting. it just hurt. I think that was memorable, but like the one I felt like when I got it was the best feeling. But most memorable, I think there was one with Irish Spy. I think my best memories is just being with spies, but one being with Lamb and Irish. We were all in a video together. We were all in Skype. That there are a couple of things he didn't put in it, but that's okay. Next question: why are there black bars on the side? And I'll put in how I actually edit and make my videos. It's not actually because of the TF2 clips. It's because iMovie takes it and it makes it stretch it out like that. And I don't like the fact that it only it only affects demos, obviously, but for like it just I don't know how to fix it, and I don't want to crop the entire clip out so that you only see the gameplay. I kind of sometimes seeing names is kind of important because I don't know it's a nice little feature that I always want to see in frag videos. What FPS config do you make your game that smooth? I use Comangulus. It's very outdated though, so I'm probably gonna have to update it. Next question. Why have you played almost all the time with that so damn awful internet? Well, I mean, there are many clips, many clips where I could have easily quit this game. There are many moments where I could have quit this game, but I didn't. I didn't want to do that because I felt like if I did, then I would make lag the better of me. Like, it would be better than what I was doing. So I stayed strong for the past 4 years of playing this game, and that's why I played with lag. Not also the fact it was kind of fun. Next question. How much time have you been playing TF2? I already answered that question. 4 years. Since 2000 and, I think it was 2012, my bad. And if you like, have you liked any of the updates Valve did? I The updates Valve did were kind of interesting. I personally didn't like what they did to Pyro, making him slower, like his movement animation, I guess. I really liked that about Pyro. It was kind of an interesting feature. Also, when you hit somebody, you get a little mini explosive kind of thing. Is that a skin or something, and where can I get it? I actually, when I read this question, I didn't know what he was talking about at first, but I do know what you're talking about now because I looked through and I did see that. I think that's part of the config, if I'm not wrong. I'll make sure, but I know it's not a mod. I've never installed any mods. Next question. When you stab an enemy, there's also another enemy in front of them. Is there a reliable way to tell which direction they may turn in order to look back at you? I got confused with this question as well, but it was basically when you stab someone, how do you know which way they're gonna turn around? And to that, it's mostly the sound, I guess. Like if you decloak behind someone, they're the most obvious guess. If you decloak behind right side, they're gonna turn right to look at you because that's the most obvious thing. There's another question that I saw that didn't get published, and it was why don't you put your game at W 1280 and your height at 800. I do have those settings at that exact same thing. But again, it's because of iMovie that it's having these black bars. There's really nothing I can do about it. There really isn't anything I could do about it. It's just gonna be there. I'm sorry if that it really bothers you. I could probably, maybe for the next video, have it so that it doesn't have that. But for now, because I'm on a Mac, it's always gonna have that. If you guys like this video, like the Q&A, I just put together a bunch of clip dumps that didn't make the frag videos worth. Maybe they did, I don't know. But if you'd like to see more, I could dissect one of my frag video clips and explain how how some of my tricks work. Maybe that's something, like, ask what you would like to see in the future. I personally wouldn't care what it would be. I'd do it because I get bored a lot. You know, a lot of us do. Um. Anyway, thank you all for the 200 subs. That's really amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.